Next topic is transformation of graph. What is the meaning of transformation of graph? See, for example, e power x graph we know. Then how to draw the graph of e power minus x graph? So e power x and e power minus x, they are related to each other, because in e power x graph, instead of x, if I put minus x, so you will get e power minus x graph. So how to draw the graph e power minus x with the help of e power x graph? Next example, if I take e power x graph we know, then how to draw the graph of e power modulus x? So here what is the relation? Instead of x we are putting modulus x. So how to draw the graph? That we are going to discuss in this topic. So here some points are there that we have to remember. So one by one we will discuss all the points. So first point is, see, we know y equal to fx function graph. This we know. Okay, this is known. Then we want to draw the graph of y equal to f of minus x. This function graph we want to draw. So this graph we know, okay, and this graph we want to draw. So how to draw the graph of this one? So first thing we have to find out what is the relation between this one and this one. Okay, so we want to find out this graph. Then from here what we have to do so that we will get this function. So very simple is that here we have x and here we have minus x. So in this function, instead of x, if I replace minus x, then we will get this function. So here what we are doing, x replace with minus x, x replace with minus x, then we will get this function. Okay, so how to draw the graph? So this point you have to remember. If we replace x with minus x in the function y equal to fx, then we will get y equal to f of minus x function. So for drawing the graph of y equal to f of minus x graph, we have to rotate y equal to fx graph with the angle 180 degree, okay, with respect to y-axis, See, y equal to fx graph we know, and we want y equal to f of minus x graph. Then what you have to do, in this function, instead of x we have to put minus x, then we will get this function. So in graph what you will do, so for finding this graph what you will do, this graph we know. So in this graph we have to rotate with respect to y-axis 180 degree angle. So if we rotate with 180 degree angle, then we will get this function graph. Okay, example. So very basic example we are taking, that already we know. So y equal to e power x graph we know. So y equal to e power x graph is this one. At minus infinity we are getting tending to 0. At 0 we are getting 0, 1, and at infinity, x is infinity, we are getting infinity. This is tending to infinity. Now instead of x we are putting minus x. Okay, x replaced with minus x. So we'll get one function y equal to e power minus x. So how to draw the graph of this one? So very simple is that this is y-axis. So if you rotate this graph 180 degree angle, so this portion will come this side and this portion will come this side. So what will come this function graph? This is y-axis, this is x-axis. So if you rotate this 180 degree, then this portion will come this side and this portion will come this side. So we'll get this type of graph. You have to imagine this one. This is 0, 1. So if you rotate with 180 degree, so this point will come this side. So you can see at minus infinity we are getting infinity. and this portion will come this side. That means here x is tending to minus infinity, we are getting y is tending to 0. So if you rotate 180 degree, then what will come here? X is tending to infinity, y is tending to 0. So this graph will come. So you have to rotate with 180 degree. So we'll get this graph. Next example is draw the graph of y equal to ln of minus x. So we have to draw this function graph. So how to draw? So we know y equal to ln x graph. So y equal to ln x graph is what? This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is origin. So ln x graph will come in right hand side because x greater than 0, this is defined. So this graph will come. This point is what? 1, 0. Then we want to draw this graph. So what we have to do here? So instead of x, we have to replace with minus x. So x replace with what? Minus x. We'll get what? Y equal to ln of minus x. This function will get. So in graph, what you will do? This graph we have to rotate 180 degree with respect to y-axis. So if you rotate 180 degree, that means this side graph will come this side. Correct? So if you rotate this one with 180 degree, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So if you rotate this one with 180 degree, so this portion will come this side. So graph will come like that. So here you can see here, this point is what? 1, 0. Then this point here what? This point will come what? Minus 1, 0. And you can check here. If I put x equal to minus 1 here, so what will come? X equal to minus 1. So what will come here? Ln of minus 1. So what will come? Ln 1. Ln 1 is what? 0. So we'll get 0. At x equal to minus 1, we'll get 0. And you can see here, minus x is defined. If you find out domain, so minus x is defined when minus x is greater than 0. So here what will come? X will be less than 0. So domain of this one is what? Domain is minus infinite to 0, open. So domain is this one, that means we will get this side only graph will come. Minus infinite to 0, we will get graph, and this side will not get graph because this is not in domain. So you can see this graph and this graph we can relate it, that in this graph, what is the relation? Instead of x, we are replacing with minus x. So we have to rotate this one 180 degree with respect to y-axis, we will get this function graph. Next point is y replace with minus y. Then what will happen? So we have y equal to fx graph, and we want minus y equal to fx graph. So first thing, from here to here, if you want, then what you will do, instead of y, if I replace with minus y, you will get this one. So y we are replacing with what? Minus y. Then what effect will come? Okay, so if we want minus y equal to fx graph, then in y equal to fx, y replace with minus y, and for graph of minus y equal to fx, we have to rotate y equal to fx graph 180 degree with respect to x-axis. So y equal to fx graph is that if you replace with y with minus y, we will get this function minus y equal to fx graph. Then to draw graph of this one, what you will do, you have to rotate y equal to fx graph 180 degree with respect to x-axis. So we'll get this function graph will get. So for example, y equal to e power x graph. So y equal to e power x graph, we know this is the graph of y equal to e power x graph. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Then instead of y, we will replace with minus y. So y replace with minus y. So we'll get what? Minus y equal to e power x graph. So this one we can write like that also. Y equal to minus of e power x. So if you want this function graph, then what you will do, this graph we have to rotate 180 degree with respect to x-axis. So this graph will come down. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So if we rotate 180 degree, then this graph will come like that. This graph will come. Okay. So to get this graph, we have to rotate this function graph 180 degree with respect to x-axis. Okay. And some students will think that if we take mirror image of this function with respect to x-axis, then also we'll get this graph. Yes, we'll get this graph if we take mirror image also. But this will not work every time. Always you have to remember y replaced with minus y, then we have to take only rotation with respect to x-axis. In some graph, it may be possible that if we take mirror image with respect to x-axis, then we will get. But in every function, it is not possible. So here it is possible. Next graph we will discuss. There if you take mirror image, this same graph will not come. Okay. Next example is draw the graph of y equal to minus ln x. This graph we have to draw. Okay. So what you will do? See, we know y equal to ln x graph. Okay, we know ln x graph. So ln x graph is what? This one. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. So this will come. This point is what? 1, 0. So this is y equal to ln x graph. We want this graph. So how to find out this graph? So here minus you can take this side. So what is the minus y equal to ln x? We can. This one we can write. Okay. So here what you do? Y equal to ln x graph, you know. So instead of y, we are replacing with minus y. So what will come in? Minus y equal to ln x. So we want this function graph only. Minus y equal to ln x. So we know y equal to ln x graph. So here y replaces with what? Minus y. So in graph what you will do? This graph we have to rotate with 180 degree with respect to x-axis. So this portion will come down and this portion will come above. So what graph will come? This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is origin. So this graph will come. This point is what? 1 and this point is 0. Correct? So this is the graph will come. Okay. Now if I take mirror image. So if you are taking mirror image, okay, so if you put mirror here, then this portion graph will come here. But how to take mirror image of this one? Correct? Because you have seen mirror. Okay, mirror you are facing, so your graph will come this side graph. So if you put mirror here, so in this direction, so this graph will come here. But to take mirror image of this one, how to take this one? Okay, so we can't take mirror image. Okay, but here if you take rotation, then we'll get this graph. Mirror image is not possible here.